Hello friends, once again I would like to give my heartfelt appreciation and gratitude to you for taking your time to check into this video on APA style of referencing. I hope the previous two videos helped you in understanding the step needs to be taken for writing reference for journals, theses, books, reports, magazine, and newspaper. And to continue, in this video, we will see the APA style of referencing for source cited from conference proceeding, website, online course, PowerPoint slides, and from YouTube videos. Okay, and I like to reiterate to what I said in both the previous two videos on APA style of referencing that in referencing, each and every element or details given in the reference format is or are equally significant and important. All right. To begin with, let's see with how are we going to write references for in APA style for if we cite a source of citation is from a conference presentation. So this is how it will appear in the in-text citation. Okay, that'll be the last name of the author, the year. Okay, and similarly for it will be at the end of sentence in case of a parenthetical citation. Okay, in reference list, you have to give the last name of the author, comma, or author initial, full stop, and then the year of the conference, the month in which it was held, and the date from which date to which date. Okay, within parentheses, and you give the title of the paper presented in the conference. Okay, and then within a square bracket you have to write either conference presentation or paper presentation or poster presentation, depending on what type of presentation you presented or the work has been presented in that particular conference. Okay, and then you write the name or the title of the conference proceeding full, and then the place where it was held, the city and the country, and also you have to provide the URL of the conference. Okay, if it is available online. Next, if you take, let's say you have your source that you cited your work from is from just from an abstract of a particular conference proceeding. Okay. So similarly, in text citation, this is how it will appear. The last name of the author and the year will be given in the in-text citation in case of one author. In case of two, it will be last name of the first author and last name of the second author and the year. Okay, and in case of three, the last name of the first author at all. Okay, so in the reference list, you have to give the last name of the author, similar to like that of the conference presentation, and you have to give the last name of the author initial, the year, month, and date from which date to which date the conference was held, title of the paper presented, and within a square bracket, you have to write either conference presentation or paper presentation or poster presentation abstract. Okay, because you taken only from the abstract of the conference, and you have to give the name of the conference proceeding and place where it was held, the city and country, and also if there's any URL, you have to give the link of the URL just after the country in which the conference proceeding was held. Now let's see in the next case, how are we going to write references using APA style if we cite or work from some websites? Okay, so in case of a website, here in text citation, in case there is an author in that particular web page article that you're referring to, then you have to give the name of the author last name. Okay, and this is how it appears in reference list: the author last name, the comma, author initial, full stop, the year, comma, the month, and the date from where and when you take that information from this particular web page on the website, and the title of the web page article and the website name. Okay, and insert, and then you have to give the URL because it's obviously is from the web page or from the website, then URL is a must. Okay, and still sometimes if the year is not available, then you have to write n.d. in place of the year, which means no date. Okay. Now, in case of a web page on a website with an individual author, in-text citation will be the same, like in all the cases. Okay. In case of one author, this manner. In case of two, we'll have author first author last names and second author last name and the year. In case of more than two, then the first author last name at all. All right. And in the reference list, you have to give the author's last name, author initial, the year, comma, month, and the date, and the title of the web page article in italics, and the website name from where you take the article, the source from. Okay, and you have to provide the URL as well here. Okay. Now, in case of a web page on a website with an organization as an author, so you have to write here instead of author name, you have to give the organization name as the author here and the year in which it was published. Okay, in case of in-text citation. And for reference list, you have to give the name of the organization, the year in which that article was published, and the month and the date, if any, and the title of the web page article in italics, and the URL is a must. In case of a web page on a website in a government department or agency, then you have to give the specific government department or specific government agency name as the author and the year in the in-text citation. The reference list, you have to give the specific government agency name or department, the year, and the month and the title of the content in the website of the government website, and the parent government agency name. Okay. Now, in case of a web page on website with a retrieval date, in some cases there are information which keep on changing from time to time. In such case, you have to give the website name in the in-text citation n.d. because year will not be available because it's keep on changing. All right. So in the reference list, you give the website name, and here in bracket or in parenthesis, you write n.d. I miss the dot here, and then close parenthesis, full stop, title of the content in italics, and then you have to write retrieve. You have to give the month, the date, sequence. It should be like this: month, date, year, from. You have to give the URL link here. Okay. However, in some cases, if the author name is there, then you can omit their website name in place of and replace it with the author's name. All right. Now let's see how we are going to write references using APA style in case we refer from some work which has some online courses such as the massive open online course. Okay, so what you have to do is we have to give in the in-text citation, we have the instructor or the lecturer last name, okay, and the year if known. If otherwise, you can use n.d. within parentheses within the in-text citation. Okay. However, the reference list, it will appear as instructor last name, instructor initial, the year if you know it, if it's available. If otherwise, you can use n.d. within parentheses. And you give the title of the course and the site that hosts the course. The site that hosts the course, for example, SWIAM, Neptal, IGNU, all those online courses. You can write that as the site. Okay. And then obviously the URL is a must. In case of a PowerPoint presentation, then you have, in the in-text citation, you have to give the presenter, PPT presenter last name and the year within, and the year of if available, and if not, you have to give n.d. And in the reference list, you give the PPT presenter last name, okay, the initial and comma initial for the presenter dot in the year, the month, and the date, and within parentheses, and the PowerPoint presentation title, and then within a square bracket you have to put PowerPoint slides so that it will be know, okay, it's from PowerPoint slides, and the sites that the site that hosts the PowerPoint site, such as SlideShare. Okay, then this we have to give SlideShare here, and then the URL is a must. And in case if you cite your work from some videos in YouTube, then you have to give the name of the account which uploaded the video as the author name. Okay, if year is available, you keep. If not, then put n.d. no date. Okay, in text citation. So in the reference list, it will be account name dot and then the year, the month, the date, if available. If not, just write n.d. within parentheses, and the title of the video. Okay, and within a square bracket you either write it from a video, or if it's from a particular channel in YouTube, then you write YouTube channel. Okay, and then you close parenthesis dot and you write YouTube because it's from YouTube you get the information from, and then you full stop, and then you retrieve it from which month and which date and which year from, and then you give the link. Okay, so this is the reference that I use for this presentation. With this, we have come to an end of this presentation and also to the different sources cited in research work and how to refer to them using APA style of referencing. And I hope by the end of this video, after if you watch all these 3 videos, you will benefit and it will help you greatly when you start compiling your reference after you finish your research work. So with that, I'd like to say thank you so much. Thank you for your patience and God bless.